But now we're going after the right side of the dungeon now, and this is more of the frozen side of things. We have a lot of ice to deal with. Yeah, ice walks for days. Hi, Mario. As long as you swing your sword, you stop your movement so you can actually attack enemies from afar. Just as long as you just gotta remember that after you stop swinging, you're gonna be moving around. So bear that in mind. Also, we have another little green traps again. These things move around in a set pattern on their own. And we have to watch out for them as we get around this here. Ooh. Ow. Ow! Oh yeah, that's also a problem. If you are on ice and you fall off into the bottomless pit, you're taken back to the start of the room you're in. Because the ice is not considered a stable platform for you to be on. Yeah, how about that? How about that for some apples, huh? So if you land on the ground here and fall off here, you'll land here again. Alright. We gotta get some ice down here. We gotta get some sunlight down here. That should give us the things we need, don't we? How am I doing that? I can just kill the jar. Let's go down. So we got a chest. We got... Well, that ice block doesn't help us very much. So let's close off the door first. Which allows us to hit that sunlight from the opposites room, but we have to go up. Up again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, come on. A little finicky there. Yeah. That sunlight's down too. I believe in the manga that that Link does go here, but also at the same time, I think it's really a short trip. Oh, that's right. This is actually a decent... actually, the manga, this dungeon is much different. Vati actually shows up here and actually curses a great fairy into an actual great moth. And it's like, that's devious! But Vati's like, well, I don't care. I've given her her favorite wish. I'm allowing her to sing because in the Great Fairy story, that if she stopped singing, she would actually pass away. So Vati just goes in and ruins the day by saying, hey, look, I've now made her invincible and living forever, so now that she can sing forever. You know, it's like that's kind of sick. Vati, again, in the manga is very ruthless. Just like this boss that we're gonna get to right now. And they really must have loved this boss design because now we can use it again. Yep, it's time for the only blue choo-choo to show up in the game. And this guy's got electrical stuff on him. It's a blue choo-choo. And he has electricity. Once he's full of electricity, you cannot harm him. But he acts like he's in stage 2 of the fight from Deepwood Shrine. And the same thing applies. You have to get rid of his base and fall down. But gotta watch out for his shock and maneuver. Once he's shocking, he cannot suck any of his gel from his base away from him. So again, very devious on this guy. But the same rules apply. He just has more health. But the same thing applies. Depletes the base enough, and he should fall over, and that should be able to take him down with ease. Now, there is probably a way you could shorten this fight, and that is getting the charm from the oracles before coming here. You can do that if you wish, but as it kind of ruins the fight in Regal. Come on, you, blow that charm away. There we go. Woo! That was a clean second sweep on that one. He's gonna fall over 4 times. He's gonna knock him over 4 times. Over, and there we go. There we go, Link. Azar, do your thing. Look, now he's gonna jump around. It's gonna make this even tougher to get around. Also have to wait for him to stop shocking himself so I can actually get the base cleared up. There we go. Hey, stop hurting me like that, you. There you go. You're gonna go down? Fall over. Cool, that 3 waves, down and dusted, and he's dead. And that gives us our next treasure chest, which is our item of the dungeon, which is... the flame lantern. This handy item lights up night, and press the button to turn on and off. There is a secret about this game that's a little interesting about it. Namely, about the item's description. I think it's in the PAL version, I want to say. They really didn't check the PAL version for this. There is a figurine of an ice wizrobe that you can collect through the gacha system. And it will tell you that if you see an ice wizrobe coming at you, melt them down with your flame rod. So, a fire rod. So initially, at one point or another, it wasn't going to be the lantern, it was going to be the fire rod. But they realized they would probably have 2 items that would be the same. It would have the fire rod and the lantern, because the lantern has its purpose of setting, things alit, but also the fire rod can do that too. So I guess Capcom initially thought to decide that having a fire rod and a lantern would be too much, despite the fact Link of the Past did this too. They had the fire rod and the lantern, but the lantern was just for lights, not for lighting stuff on fire. So they combined the two to call this the flame lantern. So now you can see it. But now we got darkness everywhere, and this darkness here. Yeah, this gets a little tedious after a while, because this dungeon loves dark places for some baffling reason. I guess it magic because we've already done the light puzzle. We've done the melting puzzle earlier. So now it's like, well, you've done your light source puzzle. Now it's time to do your darkness puzzle. Like, okay, that's fair enough. But man, this is like a... Again, this is why probably people don't like this dungeon very much, because it feels like it just goes on for long. Despite the fact this being a linear pathway, except for when you really want to go backtrack and grab all those chests you've heard earlier. But lining up the lanterns here are going to be a little wonky. A little accuracy there. There we go. Get that stuff out of the way. We have a bombable wall right there. We gotta bomb that wall. There we go. Put the lantern back on. Break that apart. Let's go. This one has a little bit of enemies all the way across. We gotta kill them all. Die, you crazy things. Come on, die, you. I think a chest will appear here after we kill this thing, and I think it'll give us a reward. Oh, it gives us a key. There we go. Smoky! Huzzah! Oh, I remember the puzzle that's in here later on. Oh, this puzzle. I hate that one so much. Again, I hate this. I kind of like this dungeon, but also hate it. I like it in the manga, but I hate it in game. Just because of how the manga story. And again, I can't stress this enough. If you want to have a really good manga from the Zelda series, Minish Cap will not do you any wrong, really. In fact, I said it before in the first episode and session, was I like the Minish Cap's manga story. I like the story more than I do of the actual game itself. Because it's also the fact that they give Link a personality and let him to talk. Which I'm still hoping that, Nintendo will allow this guy to talk. Also, now we have fire snakes in here now too as well. That's a bit of annoyance. It's a little random to have, a fire enemy inside of an ice dungeon of all things. Here we go. Almost died. We have fairies though, we're fine. But that's like the last part we're gonna do for the dark area. But now it's just backup cleanup now because we have this to tackle. A bit of a weird block pushing puzzle. I feel like they just had a hodgepodge of ideas and they decided to put this here. Interesting way of doing things, Capcom, if I say so myself. I can imagine, cause I kind of feel like a Minish Cap is kind of like the Oracle Secrets game they always wanted to make. Just because there's a lot of puzzles, a lot of action sequences, story beats and everything. And it's like, this feels like what Secrets was going to be. Secrets was going to be a combination of both game styles. More puzzles and more fights. But they couldn't do it due to technical limitations. Oh, this little spot here. Alright. for this little spot, we need to get one ice block to cover the block for this switch just here and open up and using our little pathway to get ourselves to the opposite one. We push this block over. And we're going to have to do a little wonkiness around this. Oh, I need to hold it down. There we go. Because we need to spread ourselves a little bit further. And get ourselves a space between each other. Oh boy. Nope. You gotta be careful about this. Because again, if the copy basically goes into the wall, it could easily, you know, cancel itself out. And you don't want to do that. No. So probably if you want to do it better, have Link on the bottom floor. So that way you don't have to worry about that too much. Ow! Ah, the fire snakes. And they make you go into panic fire mode. So, yeah, still kind of annoyance, really. I want to push you up. Opens that up, and I believe we get the worst puzzle in this dungeon pretty soon. It is one that you have to light all the torches up while it's still on ice. Well, these thanks to our flame lantern, we can now melt ice blocks, which is good. So I'm glad for that now. Oh, why did I do that? I keep feeling I need to keep rolling everywhere because it's faster movement. I'm gonna push this right here, and we get up here. Now this is where I hate this puzzle. This one you have to light everything up. And somehow you can only get lucky with this half the time. Whereas like, I just go around the boundary here, and then try to go for these ones as quick as I can. Because I think all I have to do is face them. And the lanterns, the lights go out really fast. So as long as you're able to go up there and not mess up too many times, you should be not fighting this. Oh, what? There we go. Oh, of course it would go out like that. No! You see what I mean? You had to rush. You have to start moving fast to get all these up. It's such an annoying puzzle. Why did it have to be on ice? It doesn't have to be. Alright. There we go. Go like that. Jump off knees there. You have more of those bugs, which you can easily kill by putting them in deep water. Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Ow, you little... I don't really have to kill these things. They don't really drop a chest here. But, you know, details in that regard. I don't need you. You guys can stay alive and mourn your loss of your two people. And now we got a bombable wall here. Oh, ow! And see what I mean? We're now darker. If we are darker like that too, the bugs will pick you up and actually hurt you by picking you up. So bear that in mind too. But yeah, kind of annoying. So we bomb here and hit the switch here, we get the red one. Again, very weird that they're putting the red and blue blocks everywhere. And now we've got this to tackle. We put the flame liner on. And now we have ourselves a kind of another mini boss here, the double silkworm. Watch out for, and also they don't give this guy a boss theme. It's kind of weird, actually. Oh boy, nope. Keep that open. I'm gonna burn up all these webs here. Again, you can use the gust jar or the flame lantern to get rid of them. Oh, I got the second one there, and I haven't touched yet. Come on, you. Ow! There we go. Takes you out there. I don't care if I get hit. Booyah! Cool. My sword's long enough for that. Nicely done. Woo! We come over here, and you can see that there's some chests there. We gotta run away! Run! Run, 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 run. There we go. Get up there. Let's go. Ah, come on, you cursed things. I gotta get chests to get to, and you are now blocking my view. So now we come up here, and come back around. We get ourselves to the top portion of here. Goodness, we're now back up here. Well, yeah, it's kind of weird. The left path takes us to the right, and the right path takes us to the left. Interesting design, I'll say that much. But opening that up, opens up the thing up, and we get ourselves that element. Look at that. We finally get the element with no boss. Amazing. Really? Right? Indeed. We did it, Asler. Now we can take the element. That was a lot of trouble we finally did it, and what in blazes? Hey, something's not right here. Yep, that sunlight is actually warming up the Octorok, and he's alive. And he just ate the element! Curses, come back! No. What? What's this? That stupid Octorok stole our element! Don't just stand there! We got to go and get it, Asler! Now go! First off, health. Thank you. Secondly, we have chests to collect. Ugh. Now, if I speed this up to save on time, I will, until we get to the chest. It's all backtracking here, folks. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here's our first chest we come back to warm up into. There we go. And get us shells. I feel like I just got gypped. It's almost like you get that check in the mail where it's like, yeah, you just won $1,000, you know, but you find out it's a scam or it's just an ad for it, for a sweepstakes. You find out that it's not really $1,000, but $1,000 worth of prizes. And you find out you won and you got the least profitable prize ever. It's like, dang it! It's like kind of a ripoff. We get ourselves our next chest right there, and we get ourselves Kingstone piece. And I think that is it. Yep, that's all the chests. All right, let's warp ourselves back. I don't need this lily pad anymore. Alright, time to speed swim back to the beginning, because we have to do this again. Okay, with this back in place, we're back here at the boss round. Make sure you collect any jars that you may not have collected before that have parts in them. They're replenished over here, so use them to your discretion. And for this dungeon, we're not going to be using our sword for this fight. It's time to fight that big Gorok. The Flame Lantern and the Shield are going to be your only friends here. Alright, so let's get ourselves our shield out. Put it on the B button. Because the Octorok's own rock shooting out of its nostril is, on its mouth I guess you want to tell, is how he harms himself. After a while, the big Ogorok will basically turn himself into an icicle. With us in turn, you need to basically find a way to get behind him. He's a little bit quick in his feet. He is ice skating after all. But he will try to suck you in. If he gets you, if you get eaten by him or sucked in by his nose or mouth or everything, he will do quite a amount of damage with you. So bear that in mind. What we have to do is basically light his flower on fire. Ow! That hurt. And he'll start to hit the walls and everything. Once he's stopped, when he's defrosted or melted down, that's when the ice will basically not be present. For some reason, since him, I guess, eating the water element, he now has the ability to freeze things. Which actually kind of makes sense in the grand scheme of things. But you gotta watch out, because you might be using... He'll try to suck you in first now, and then he'll try to do the rocks at you. Come on, you. Shoot your rocks again. No! It's like he does a full heart of damage, so yeah, watch out when he does that. But every time, though, he's going to be doing rocks, and then he's going to suck you in. So, no stopping us from actually, No! Oh, why did you suck me in like that? No! Now I'm thinking, how do you get more health back in this dungeon? Or in this fight? When the rocks fall down from the ground, or from the sky, that is where everything can go down, where it can get some health back. So bear that in mind. Oh boy, hey! And while he's coated in ice like this, he will not shoot rocks out, so you have to defrost him. Oh boy, no! Will you stop sliding around? Ugh! Again, this is the worst part about... I like the concept of the boss itself. it's a boss that eventually will harm itself, eventually. And I think that's kind of unique for a boss. But at the same time, it takes it at the cost of, well, everything else. Because, yeah, this boss fight can be a little teasing because you have to watch out for him sucking you in, and when he's going to blow stuff up. So, I mean, stay up. If you want to put the Pegasus boost on for him, then don't do it. Then he's going to do like this, where he changes it. Also, that's where the rocks explode into their own things. That's where the health points will come back. So if you go back your sword on here, you can break these apart to get rid of the things here, but that's where, normally where your health is going to get respawned. That's the case. Shoot your rocks back at me. I think it, oh, now he's going to do his last thing here, which is that he darkens the room and tries to ram you. But just like that, though, he doesn't know where he is, and you don't know where he is. So watch out for that as well. Oh! And now you're back to normal. Now it's to suck you up. Now put yourself together and put out your rocks. But he is going to ram him. He's going to ram the wall for you, though. Watch out for that. I'm keeping my distance. Make sure he doesn't... There we go. And he's dead. One way or the other. And that's our element, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a very unique boss that you don't you have to make it harm himself. And we get ourselves a third element! Huzzah! You got the water element! Water quenches thirst and ends drought and nourishes life. The water element is the embodiment of that power. We'll get ourselves our heart container, and we'll finish this session off like so. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's get out of here. One way or the other. Woo! I am almost froze my beak off in there. Huh? What's going on over here? What?
Hey, oh young one, child who seeks to aid the princess of Hyrule. My name is Gustav. I was the king of Hyrule countless ages ago. Stand before me. Only then will your path will open to you.
Huh? Was that just a dream? He said he was a king of Hyrule. Wait, look at your map, Master. There's some kind of mark on it. Again, I guess that wasn't a dream. We should head there once you infuse your sword with that element. To the elemental sanctuary with us. But we'll have to do that later, as we're out of time. As for the YouTube exit, ladies and gentlemen, next time in the Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap revisit, we are going to explore everything we can with our new flippers, and do some more side quests before we start going into the next area of the game, technically the last main area before we finish the game off. So, that said, thanks for watching. Until next time, everybody, have a fantastic night. Take care, and see you around for another round of the Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap revisit. See you guys then. Toodles for now.